So I saw this post that was posted by someone that was really, really interesting. Like the first sentence in this post was super interesting. He said that DJs aren't musicians, they just push on other people. Okay. DJs aren't musicians, they just push play on other people's songs, right? That's how you get people, bro. That's how you get people interested. So as soon as I saw that first line, I was like, okay, where are we going with this? Then they say, I'll explain DJing to you in the most simple way, right? And I was like, okay, explain to us exactly how you feel, bro. Then they said, DJing is not playing someone else's song. The true art of DJing is the moment where two songs that were never ever meant to be played at the same time over each other mix. And in this moment, a new song is created. That's kind of true, but then it's also super debatable, right? Like, I get it if you mix two songs, that is basically a new song, which is kind of like a remix, but is it technically a new song or is it just a mix? Because I would personally just call that a mix, not necessarily a new song, because that's not how songs work, right? To me, that doesn't make any sense. That's why if you take, let's say I take a song that is already created, right? And then let's say I use the vocal parts from that song, and then I create my own beat, and then I put them both together. So a vocal from this song that's already established, and then my beat, and put them together. That is a remix of a song, right? That is a remix. I don't think I can call that a new song, unless if the vocals are now disassociated with the original song. This is mind bending. I don't know. You guys let me know down below. I want to know what y'all think about this whole conversation. That's why I had to bring it up, because it's very debatable in how you look at these things. But like I said, it's difficult to call it a new song when the other part of the music is already established to be a song, which is another thing based off, like, in hip hop music. When you sample, you take a piece of a song and then you use that to make a beat, and then you call it a new song when someone puts vocals on it, or when it becomes a beat. It's no longer a remix. So I think these are murky waters we're stepping into, because it's super debatable. Of which with hip hop music, I understand that you flip a sample, you turn it into something super different, in turn making it a whole new song. So it's you're basically taking the music parts of a certain song, and then you're using them as an instrument, and then you play them on your keyboard, or on your pads and things like that. If you have like MPCs, and a keyboard like this with pads. So then you're kind of using someone else's instrument parts as an instrument. But then when it comes to, let's say, just ripping an instrument part or a guitar or something like vocals, and then you just place them on another song, which is what I'm assuming this guy is saying, and you're just DJing. Where's the musicianship? How do I say that? Where's the musician? What am I trying to say? Musicianship. I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say. But let's continue. The true art is that, as the listener on the dance floor, your brain can't even fathom what you're hearing. You're experiencing a song that doesn't exist. I think this is an overcomplication of something that is very simple. Because what you just basically did was what DJs do, which is mix songs. When they say mix songs, I feel like people have simplified mixing songs to just a DJ blending two songs together, like song A and song B. You beat match them and you blend them in. Well, even if you don't beat match, it's also still mixing. You blend them together, and that's mixing. But people forget that DJing is mixing multiple tracks, not just like one after the other, but also mixing them, like they just explained just now, together to create a new vibe, right? So you get a song, like a song on this deck, and you put another song on this deck, and you make them work together and create a new mix. That's what basically mixing is. So that's DJing. I don't think it's necessarily creating a new song. That would be a stretch to say you are creating a new song. I don't think that's totally correct. So let's read a little bit further here. You might try to Shazam it because it made you feel something you've never felt before, but guess what? When you find the track, you'll notice that it isn't the same track you heard. You were hearing two songs playing at once, blending so perfectly it was indistinguishable to your ears. Oftentimes you'll never be able to hear that same track again in your life. The moment these songs mixed and matched laid so perfectly in real time to be replicated in the exact same way ever again. Oh, what fun. Okay, now they're just having fun with it, I guess. But it is kind of true, but that's mixing. Basically, that is the essence of mixing. That is your job as a DJ, to entertain, because I feel like DJing has regressed to a point where people think DJing is only about just, like I said, you playing track A on this deck and playing track B, and then just making them play one after the other in a smooth, with a smooth transition in between, and then you're like, I'm done as a DJ. But as a DJ, you're supposed to, try and mix music in multiple ways instead of just, playing one song after the other. That's for me like a super interesting way to DJ, queuing certain parts from different songs in. Like you've seen people do that, right? Where they cue different parts of different songs and stitch them together, like these complex mixes where you're like, what the hell? How did they time all of that together and create something that is still on beat, still on groove, and sounds funky as hell? So for me, that's where I feel like this is. So let's look at some reactions or responses to to this thread here. So someone says, blending two tracks that already exist isn't experiencing a song that doesn't exist. I'm assuming that, with quotes like my hands like this, experiencing a song that doesn't exist. Let's stop pretending that it's rocket science to be a DJ on modern gear. I totally agree. Now we have the sync button, like the truly hated sync button. Now people just press one button and they can beat match, So the human element of playing a song and then mixing it into another song, which is your next song, is really now just super easy for people to do. But what else can you do? Like I said, you now need to find a way to mix two songs to make them work together at once, what he's trying to say. But even if you do that, you are still just surface level DJ. You now need to bring out your skills to do that in a professional way that people can be like, damn, that was a hell of a good mix. And obviously you create a new vibe with that, yes, but creating a new song, no. I don't think that's how that goes. And then the next comment says, your explanation is on point and quite technical. My theory / explanation is, if musicians are gods, then DJs are the saints who simplify and interpret God's message for the people. Okay, I like where that went. But that's a really cool way to put it, That's a really cool way to put it, because obviously as a DJ, you do have to respect the people that made the music that you're playing, and really know that you're passing down, you're spreading the message of the good music that you're hearing that someone else made, and then you're presenting it to an audience. So I think this is, I'm not going to play this because it might have copyright music right there. And someone says, we are not musicians, we are DJs. If you actually make your own music and understand how music theory works, then you are a musician. And if you play out that music, then you are a DJ. I love this. I love exactly this. This is, I think, the best explanation of this situation. You are a DJ. You are a DJ. If you create music and understand how music theory works, and you start from one note to the second, to the third, to the fourth, to the fifth, to the seventh, and you keep going like that, and you truly compose from nothing, you are a musician. That's what a musician is. If you're a DJ, you're just taking something else that somebody made and you're just playing around with it, but it's already a finished product that you're just now playing with and presenting to other people. So it's like saying, is a waiter a cook? Right? It's like saying is a waiter or cook, because most people don't even see the chef who made the food that's in the back. They only see the waiter, someone who brings the food to them, and then they're like, oh, thank you for the food. You did such an amazing job and all that. But people always pass the, say, what do they say? They always send their praises to the chef, right? And always say, compliments to the chef, telling the waiter, then the waiter passes on. So you're an in-between, you're a messenger. But I would love to know what y'all think about this. I could go on reading what other people say. Like this one, they say, DJs aren't musicians, we are dance floor alchemists. That's really true. I like that saying. I feel like a lot of these sayings should be put on t-shirts, like right here, where you're like, yo, DJs aren't musicians, we're dance floor alchemists. I really love that. That sounds pretty cool for me. And someone says, been saying this for decades now. I'm creating new music that nobody, including myself, has ever heard before and may never hear again. It's magic happening right in front of you. So some people believe this, some people don't believe this, but you let me know down below what you think. Are DJs musicians? They don't just, they just play music on other people's songs, or they don't play music on other people's songs. But I want to know what y'all think, because I think this will make for a really interesting debate. Thank you so much for watching, my friend. If you're interested in supporting the channel, there are links down below. You can also become a member and join the channel, and you can get a lot more perks like feedback for your own music and things like that, and direct contact with me, and other more perks that I'll be adding as we go. But like and subscribe, and let me hear what you think about this topic down below in the comments. I'll check you out in my next video. I'm X and I'm out. Peace.